Hi, Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to all of you. We meet again today after 2 weeks holiday, such a long break. How are you pupils? I hope you are all fine. Okay, so we are going to have English lesson today. Okay, so today officially we are going to start with unit number 5. Okay, the title for unit number 5 is 360 degree. 360 darjah. So these are general view about unit 5, 360 degree. Okay, in this unit, we are going to learn about places of interest in this world, the landmarks. And then we are going to talk and learn about holiday. Okay, and then of course we are going to learn on how to write the essays. Okay, we are going to do some writings. For the grammar part, we are going to learn simple present tense, and we will have to study about a poem with the title A Garden. Our learning objectives for today, by the end of the lesson, you should be able to 1. Describe 5 famous landmarks in the world using a table. 2. Choose a landmark you would like to visit and state at least one reason why. Okay, this is taken from your textbook on page 45. If you are going to refer to your textbook, you open page 45. Alright, what can you see here? There are, how many pictures are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, these are all called landmarks. Okay, kita panggil 5 gambar ni, 5 tempat ni sebagai landmarks. So what is landmark? Landmark is an object or feature of a landscape or town that is easily seen and recognized from a distance, especially one that enables someone to establish their location. Okey, maksud landmark ni dalam bahasa yang mudah untuk difahami, satu objek ataupun benda ataupun objek semula jadi ataupun buatan, okey, yang bila kita nampak je kita terus tahu, oh ni dekat mana. Okay, kita nampak je objek tu kita tahu, oh ni dekat sini, ni dekat sana. Okay, example of landmarks. Okay, saya nak tunjukkan contoh landmarks yang ada dalam dunia ni yang kamu mungkin tahu. Okay, the first one, where is this? Okay, saya rasa semua pun tahu, this is KLCC in Kuala Lumpur, which is in Malaysia. Okay, and then we have this. Okay, for Muslims, I believe you know what and where is this. It is called Baitullah. Okay, Rumah Allah in Mecca, which is in Saudi Arabia. And then we have this. Okay, ni apa ni? Is it masjid? Is it a mosque? No. It is called Taj Mahal in Agra, which is in India. It is not a mosque. Dia bukan masjid walaupun bentuknya seakan-akan. No. It is like a monument, satu binaan. Alright. And then the last one, we have this. What is this? Can you guess? Is it somewhere in Batu Pahat? Of course, no. It is Pyramid of Giza in Cairo, which is in Egypt. Okay, Cairo ni Kahirah. Egypt ni Mesir. Okay, I believe you know what is Mesir, negara Mesir, Egypt. Okay, so we get back to our business. Muka surat 45 buku teks tadi. Okay, look at the picture. These are called Angkor Wat. Okay, it consists of many temples. Do you know what is temple? Kuil, tempat sembahyang bagi orang yang beragama Hindu ataupun Buddha. Alright, it is built in the early 12th century. Okay, dia dah dibina pada kurun yang ke-12. Sekarang kita ada dekat tahun 2021, kurun yang ke-21. Okay, jadi dah berapa usia temple ni? Okay, 21 tolak 12 is equal to 9. Okay, dah beza waktu temple ni mula dibina dengan masa yang kita ada sekarang ni 9 tahun. Kalau kata satu kurun ada 100 tahun, 100 kali 9, it is equal to 900 years. Okay, so it means that this temple was built, okay, telah dibina in 900 years ago, 900, lebih kurang 900 tahun yang lampau. Okay, so it is located in Siem Reap. Okay, where is Siem Reap? Siem Reap is a city in Cambodia. Okay, pernah dengar tak negara Cambodia? Okay, ataupun kita dalam bahasa Melayu kita panggil Kampuchea. Okay, Kemboja. Bukan Kampuchea, sorry, Kemboja. Cambodia is Kemboja. So, Angkor Wat is a landmark in Cambodia. Okay, specifically, lebih spesifik, it is located in Siem Reap. Alright, next we have landmark number 2 in Australia, which is Sydney Opera House. It has unique architecture. Okay, dia ada reka bentuk yang unique. As you can see here, it is located on the water. Dia terletak dekat atas air. Binaan dia terletak di atas air. Okay, is this a house? Is this a school? Okay, is it a factory? Okay, no, it is not. It is a world-class performing art center. Okay, this monument, bangunan ni adalah satu pusat persembahan kesenian bertaraf dunia. Okay, dia bukan sekolah, bukan kilang, bukan rumah. Dia adalah pusat persembahan kesenian. Okay, and it is located in Sydney, Australia. Alright, next we have Eiffel Tower. Where is Eiffel Tower? Okay, Eiffel Tower is located in Paris, which is in France. Paris is the city. Okay, bandarnya di Paris. Negaranya adalah Perancis, or we call it France. Alright, it is one of the tallest man-made structures in the world. Okay, salah satu binaan oleh manusia yang tertinggi di dunia. Okay, and then it is named after the engineer. Okay, dia dinamakan oleh jurutera, okay, yang merangka pembinaan ni. The name was Alexander Gustav Eiffel. Okay, sebab tu nama dia Eiffel Tower. Okay, dinamakan Eiffel Tower because take after the name of the engineer, which is Alexander Gustav Eiffel. Okay, jangan pula kata, oh ni macam pencawang elektrik je miss. Okay, it's look like one, but it is not. It is a landmark in Paris. Okay, next we have the Great Bell. Okay, I hope you know what is bell. Bell means jam loceng. Alright, also, okay, selain daripada nama dia Great Bell, it is famously known as Big Ben. Okay, nama dia Great Bell or Big Ben. Okay, kalau orang sebut Big Ben kat mana? Big Ben ada dekat London. Alright. It is 96 meters high. Okay, tingginya adalah 96 meters. Is it tall enough? Yes, it is. And it took 13 years to build. Okay, mengambil masa selama 13 tahun untuk dibina. And where is the Great Bell or Big Ben? It is located in London. Okay, dia terletak di London City. Okay, where is London? London is in the UK, United Kingdom. Okay, next. The last one we have Statue of Liberty. Okay, it is a symbol of freedom and independence. Alright, it stands on Liberty Island. And where is Statue of Liberty? It is located in New York. Okay, dalam satu bandar in USA, which is called New York. Okay, statue ni macam tugu lah, tugu. Do we have statue in Malaysia? Yes, we have. Okay, I know at least 2 statues in Malaysia. One, we call it as National Statue, Tugu Negara in Kuala Lumpur. If you know, dia menyerupai patung askar. Okay, askar-askar yang terkorban semasa perang, semasa zaman perang dululah. Okay, dibina sempena memperingati jasa dan pengorbanan askar-askar tersebut. Okay, and then another one I know, there is a statue in Batu Cave. For those who celebrate Thaipusam, they might know the statue in Batu Cave. Tahu tak Batu Cave? Okay, ada satu gua kan. Gua dekat atas bukit yang sangat tinggi, and then there are a lot of stairs to get there. Okay, nak sampai masuk ke dalam gua tu, you have to climb the stairs. Awak kena panjat tangga. Okay, Google, if you try to search in Google, you can type Batu Caves. Okay, you can see a statue there. Ada satu patung besar sangat kat situ. Okay, that is in Malaysia. Alright, let's do the written activity. Okay, what you must have. Okay, first your English textbook, of course. Kalau tak ada buku teks, how can you answer these questions? And then you have to have E2. You have your book, right? Your E2. Okay, this is the title. Complete the table with the information from the textbook. Okay, salin tajuk ni. And then please draw this table. Tolong lukis jadual ni. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 column here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You should draw 5 rows. Okay, 5 baris. Alright. Buku itu tak besar. Okay, compared to E3. But then please try to fit in yang mana, kolom mana yang kena besar. Of course, the description. Yang lain ni jangan tulis besar-besar. Just semuanya. Angkor number 1, contohnya angkor what? Country. Negara mana tadi? Country is Cambodia. Okay, janganlah besar-besar. Padahal perkataannya cuma Cambodia. And then the location. Siem Reap. Okay, description ni maklumat lain selain daripada negara dan juga tempat. Okay, buat dalam bentuk bullet. Tahu bullet tak? Bentuk point. Okay, I think for each landmark there should be at least 2. Dekat setiap landmark ni dia mesti ada sekurang-kurangnya 2 description that you have to write. Kalau awak masih ingat tadi lah, macam yang ini, Angkor Wat ni built in 12th century, if I'm not mistaken. Sydney Opera House ni tadi, apa? Unique architecture kan? And then what else? Eiffel Tower tadi name after the engineer, siapa? And then ada lagi info lain. The Great Bell tadi, also known as what? Okay, salin tengok dalam buku teks. Okay, this is exercise 1. Next, exercise 2. For exercise 2, you should write this. Tulis dia punya soalan. Choose one landmark you would like to visit and state at least one reason why. Okay, pilih satu landmark yang kamu nak lawati dan nyatakan sekurang-kurangnya satu sebab kenapa. Why do you want to visit that place? Kenapa awak nak pergi melawat tempat tu? Contoh. If you want to choose KL Tower for example, boleh dalam Malaysia. I choose, okay, sekejap lagi saya tunjukkan contoh macam mana awak kena tulis ayatnya. I will show you my answer. Okay, this is what or where I want to go. It is called Pasukon's Hunza, which is in Pakistan. Okay, kemudian, okay, lepas tentukan that one place, that one landmark, you must write at least a sentence or 2 sentences. Okay, this is my sentences. I really want to visit Pasukon's in Hunza, Pakistan. Okay, tempat ni adalah Pasukon's Hunza, which is in Pakistan. Okay, that is my first sentence. Okay, senang kan? Okay, kalau you choose KLCC, I really want to visit KLCC in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Kalau nak pergi tembok besar China, I really want to visit the Great Wall in Beijing, China. Contoh. Okay, you can write another example, no problem. I choose this landmark. Saya pilih landmark ni because I always love to see the beautiful mountain and nature view. Okay, saya pilih landmark ni kerana saya sentiasa suka untuk melihat sendiri gunung dan juga pemandangan alam semula jadi. Okay, this is what I really want to go. Okay, ni bukan saya tulis sebab bukan saya nyatakan kat sini sebab saya nak buat contoh, bukan. Ini memang in reality tempat yang saya nak pergi, dan saya hampir-hampir pergi sebenarnya in March last year. Okay, before the pandemic started. Okay, because of the pandemic, the coronavirus, I actually cancel everything. Okay, saya dah book semuanya sebenarnya, the flight tickets, the hotel and everything, but last minute I cancel because of the pandemic. So this place remain the landmark or the place that I really want to go. Okay, kalau ada rezeki satu hari nanti. So you should write about yours too. Tulis juga, awak pilih satu. Okay, pilih satu tempat yang awak nak pergi. You can Google, no problem. It can be in Malaysia, it can be in other countries too, no problem. Lepas tu nyatakan kenapa nak pergi. Okay, dah dapat 2 ayat. Contohnya, I really want to visit I really want to visit, katakan saya ambil contoh dalam Malaysia. I really want to visit the KLCC in Kuala Lumpur. I choose this landmark because I always love to see the beautiful building. Kan cantik kan bangunan KLCC. Okay, itu contoh satu. Or you can even Google the reason. Okay, awak boleh Google dekat dalam internet. Why I should see KLCC. Why I should go to KLCC. Or maybe why I should go to Eiffel Tower. Okay, katakan awak nak guna contoh yang sama dalam buku tadi pun, no problem. Okay. What to write in the index. Okay, sebelum ada yang tanya, Miss, dekat index nak tulis apa? Okay, first, today's date, which is 13th of June. And then, unit 5, colon, 360 degree. Sorry, saya tertinggal simbol degree, darjah. And then, famous landmarks. This is what you have to write in the index. Alright, what to do after you have finished your work? Apa nak buat lepas siap kerja? Okay, if you read the announcement given by your class teacher, cikgu artinya dia masukkan dalam grup Nan Bijak kan? Semua kerja bermula daripada hari ni mestilah disemak oleh guru. Okay, sebelum ni pun saya pesan macam gitu. Okay, kerja dah siap, ambil gambar hantar dekat Miss. Ada yang hantar, Alhamdulillah, terima kasih. Tapi ramai juga yang tak hantar. Okay, so starting today, lepas siap kerja, take the photos clearly. Jangan ambil gambar blur pula. Take the photos clearly and send to me using the WhatsApp. Ambil gambar dengan jelas dan kemudian hantar kepada Miss menggunakan WhatsApp. Alright. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. I will see you tomorrow, inshallah. Till then, bye. Don't forget to do your work.